Good morning, this is KELOLAND on the go, with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
A second person has pleaded guilty in the murder case of a teenage boy on the Rosebud Reservation. In 2019, the body of 15-year-old Alize Millard was found hanging from a tree in Ghost Hawk Park near Grass Mountain on the Rosebud Indian Reservation. Nearly 5 years later, in 2024, two people, Dylan Millard and Charmaine Medicine, were charged in the case after one of them came forward.
In August 2025, Dylan, who was Alize's cousin, pleaded guilty to second-degree murder. Now Medicine, who was Dylan's girlfriend, has also pleaded guilty. Dylan's sentencing date is set for June 2nd, while Medicine's is set for August 10th. The race for Minnehaha County Sheriff is underway. Digital reporter Marissa Brunkhorst speaks with the two Republican candidates on the ballot for the June 2nd primary election.
They are Josh Phillips and Bobby Smith. You can listen to both of their interviews and find out why they're running on KELOLAND.com. State government officials are responding to the lack of rainfall and dry conditions. Last week, the South Dakota Water Management Board said low flow warning letters were sent to appropriators near creeks and rivers across the state.
This means water level and speed have dropped due to dry weather. Roughly two-thirds of the state is short on soil moisture. Governor Larry Roden activated the Drought Task Force last week. Capitol News Bureau reporter Bob Mercer looks closer at which bodies of water are impacted by low flows. His story is online now.
Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Scott Munn. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, Travis. Good morning, everybody. We are looking at a sunny day today. Temperatures are able to reach the 70s and 80s, a chance for 90-degree heat in parts of western and southwestern South Dakota, where western South Dakota will have strong south winds, 20 to 35 miles per hour, the occasional higher gust. We'll enjoy a day with light wind speeds in central and eastern KELOLAND because strong winds will return tomorrow across the east. More details on your forecast with Brian coming up.
Thank you, Scott. 4 years ago, a derecho swept across the KELOLAND. Gusts reached up to 107 miles per hour in some areas.
The 400-mile-long derecho reached from southern Nebraska to central Minnesota, causing miles of widespread damage. The storm also took the lives of two people. President Donald Trump has proposed a temporary repeal of the federal gas tax, and that could affect the millions of federal dollars South Dakota receives each year for road and bridge projects.
In fiscal year 2024, the state received $584 million in federal money, and most of that came from the gas tax. Digital reporter Ray Yost has more on the impact federal gas tax dollars have on the South Dakota Department of Transportation budget in a KELOLAND.com original online now. A honey company based in Winter has issued a voluntary recall because the containers could have stainless steel flakes or shreds of plastic in them.
The FDA issued the recall for Dakota Honey Company's 4 and 12-ounce containers of spreadable honey. The jars were sold between December 19th of 2025 and April 3rd. The FDA website says the company is contacting its customers to notify them of the recall. To see where Dakota Honey Company's products are sold, visit the company's website. Girls flag football is coming to the Sioux Falls School District later this year.
Through a partnership with the Minnesota Vikings, the district's community learning centers announced the sport will be available for middle and high school students starting this fall. The Vikings will pay for startup costs, including coaching staff, uniforms, and equipment. The focus is to build interest and participation with hopes to make it a sanctioned sport in South Dakota. 5 D1 women's volleyball teams will play at the Sanford Pentagon later this year.
Arizona State, Creighton, Minnesota, Purdue, and USC will participate in the 2026 State Farm Women's Volleyball Showcase. Matches run August 28th through the 30th. Tickets will be available on June 11th with pre-sale beginning on the 10th.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get another check your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, weather forecast today. Well, it's going to be a warm one out there and warm and windy in western South Dakota. So we have high fire danger in effect for Rapid City, much of western South Dakota, just drying out again with those winds. East River, it's not today, but tomorrow there's actually a fire weather watch for the separate area shaded in the beige colors. So keep that in mind. Here are the temperatures today. Sioux Falls, we're climbing back into the upper 70s to near 80 late in the afternoon. Futurecast update shows the warmest numbers here. West River, in fact, we would argue that we may end up being here into the upper 80s as we get closer to Rapid City. So keep that in mind. Forecast here for tomorrow, we are expecting numbers again pretty warm. We're going to start off in the morning very warm, but then watching to see how any, if any, showers or thunderstorms try to trigger along that front. It looks like we'll be pretty moisture starved, so not going to include a lot of rain with that one. There is a better chance of rain by the weekend, Sunday, Monday. That's going to be the next window to watch. Temperatures as we close out the week are going to be warm. We're going to expect a lot of 80s on Friday, 90s in eastern Nebraska, and it looks like we'll continue that trend into Saturday. 77 today, Brookings, 75 Watertown. Keep in mind that 70 forecast as temperatures begin to slip on Sunday and Monday. We are going to activate a zone of showers and thunderstorms. In fact, even some severe weather is expected in portions of the region. The most likely scenario will be across Nebraska and Iowa, but we cannot rule out South Dakota, Minnesota also involved with some of that. And it's an opportunity to pick up some better rainfall. As many of you obviously know, we are dealing with a lot of drought issues in the south. Aberdeen in the northeast, it looks like you'll also pick up some rain chances Sunday into Monday. Cooling down, we've got a low temperature of 38 on Tuesday morning. We're going to keep a close eye on that one because with this chilly air returning from the north, that is something to watch. Here, central South Dakota, 80-degree weather going into the start of the weekend. 74 on Sunday, 68 Monday. Showers and thunderstorms are less likely for Rapid City this weekend, at least in terms of the amount of rain, but at least a chance of some showers. We'll detail that too in the days ahead. Find out more information online at KELOLAND.com.